friends, it is Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am in our kitchen and I am going to be doing some early spring decorating. I have everything already cleared out and cleaned. So today is all about adding the decor back. Now I do plan to share Easter decor here coming up in the next couple of weeks. So I'll probably just add or change out just a few minor things for that. And the same kind of goes for summer decor. I do not switch everything out completely. And so I'm really just building a good base decor into the kitchen that will take me through the next several months. I'm actually going to start on this side of the kitchen this time around, which I don't know that I've ever done, but feeling like mixing things up. Everything's clean and cleared out of the space. Now I do have this tiered tray on the table. I'm actually planning to do a new tiered tray with you probably next week. So you can stay tuned for that. But I did a whole video on an everyday tiered tray decor, but I think I'm just ready to brighten things up a little bit for spring. Since that video, I added these just because it was sitting on our table. These little mini daisies, I think they were $1 from Michael's. And then on the bottom, those little wooden measuring cups from Hobby Lobby, they fit perfectly in these little bowls. I'm gonna start by hanging this daisy canvas I picked up from Hobby Lobby right above my sideboard. I just absolutely love this print, and a lot of you have actually reached out and said, where are you gonna hang that? What happened to it? And it's gonna go right on this wall. So we're gonna start with this and just kind of build around it. I actually took out one of the flower stems from the vase because it was almost covering too much up. But yeah, I mean, I just love that daisy art so much, so I don't want to put a bunch of stuff on the table. But what I did, this is a hearth and hand planter that I've been using for a crock with my rolling pins and the wooden spoons from Hobby Lobby. And then I also shared this in my Hobby Lobby video. I just kind of stuck the stem into it to make it, I don't know, kind of just different, I guess. This cloche, wire cloche, came from Decor Steels. I just put a candle in there for now for just a simple pop of white. And then of course this vase was from Pottery Barn that I just have been enjoying switching out the stems from season to season. I also plan to share a spring home tour with you very soon. So if I add anything to that table or change things up just a little bit, which may happen, this is kind of my first go around with it, I will make sure to share it in that tour video.
I
thought I would stop and share a little bit about the decor pieces I've used so far. The first thing I wanted to talk about was this massive jar from Hobby Lobby. I love this thing, but I just had a hard time trying to figure out what to put in it. And I had these Kirkland's balls that orbs that I just didn't know where I was going to put them, where they were out of reach from the kids. I'm afraid they'd try to throw them or something. So up high in the jar for now, but I can see these being such a good versatile piece that I'm gonna use them in so many different ways. You will see. And then I've had this plant from, might have been Home Goods or TJ Maxx for a couple of years now, but I just love the woven texture that it added to the shelf. And then my Hearth and Hand tea kettle. I think that cutting board was an old Hobby Lobby one. And then we're just so used to having this little clock from Kirkland's on the middle shelf that I just put it exactly back the way it was. I added this wooden lantern from Decor Steals. I think I'm going to start calling these candles from Hobby Lobby the chalk candles that I absolutely love. But they have kind of a chalky base to them, just an additional just kind of texture. I don't know, I just like the two-tone look of them. And of course that little plant is a couple of years old from Hearth and Hand. So just small pops of green. And I plan to balance it out on the other side with very similar decor, coloring, details. But I'm gonna move to the bottom shelf here. I have these Studio Mickey pots that just stay here. They're heavy, they're also a darker color, so I like to have those towards the bottom. Just kind of heavier on the bottom and lighter as we go up. But I'm keeping these out year round and just switching out the greenery in the shorter one because clearly I couldn't fit anything in the taller one. Let's do that. I have this riser from Hobby Lobby in the fall. And then I always keep out this little barn with our napkins in it, but it's so small, so that riser is perfect so that we still have enough room to grab there. Yesterday I went back and watched my last year spring decorate with me in the kitchen, and it's been such a difference. Last year I had 4 shelves. This year, you know, I took one of these out and made each of them a little bit larger, so now I only have 3, and I'm also using larger pieces. But I'll go ahead and link last year's video if you haven't watched it or you want to go back and do that for even more decorating ideas. But I'm gonna move over to the other side now and not necessarily copy what I did, but almost mirror it in a sense with the same colors and textures, that kind of thing. So I have a wooden bowl, or it's more of a tray, I wouldn't call it a bowl, but whatever. Bowl, plate, it's a wooden thing from Hobby Lobby. And I thought what I would do is use those ceramic little planters that I just shared with you in my last video from Aldi. I put this one together with one of my lavender plants that I didn't like the pot that it was in. This is the other side. I'm actually going to flip it around so you can only see this. So I'm going to just line up 3 different plants in this bowl. Have my little serving stand from Walmart that I'm going to use again. I just love this thing. So I have a lot going on with this tiered stand, and so to go next to it, I want to go super simple. I have this glass lantern with one of my chalk Hobby Lobby candles that I'm just going to sit next to it. This lantern you can find at Kirkland's. They are huge actually and amazing. And then I use this green kind of arch on my mantle for winter, but I want to try it on this wall now that I'm not using it in my living room. And I actually think it's beautiful and simple on its own. So I have no plans to hang a wreath on this. Going to continue on into the rest of the kitchen. Now you will notice something is missing. I took it down just in the season of decluttering and removing things from the wall. I decided to take down that little basket shelf that I had to the right of our sliding glass door, and I'm kind of just loving the open blank walls for now. I really don't know if I'll put anything there or not. I don't have anything in mind at this point, so who knows what will happen, but yeah, we're just going light and bright. So what we have left to decorate are the kitchen countertops as well as the pantry door. This lavender wreath I got last year from Kirkland's. I'm pretty sure they have it every single year, but I just love the pop of purple off of this dark door. So I'm just going to hang the same exact wreath up again this year. Goes. He likes to mess with me while I put these down. No! Excuse me! Excuse me! Charlie seems to really like this rug, but they're both the same, just different colors. They're from Ruggable. They're part of the Rejute line. Charlie, can we do this somewhere else? But I'll probably just rotate between the two. As I'm washing one, I'll use the other. But I thought I would just lighten it up a little bit for spring. I'm not necessarily trying to recreate the wheel when it comes to decorating the counters. There he goes, back to the rug again. So just kind of switching out some florals and greenery here and there. I did have one of these little florals left from the other vase that I wasn't using. Those are little wildflowers that you can find at Target. Both of them are actually Target that they have this year. And then for my hand soap and dish soap, right now I'm using the Pear Tree scent, but once that is gone, I will be making the switch to Daisy. So one last little area that I'm going to be decorating for today, and that is kind of where my canisters are at. It's missing something. I'm going to play around with it, see what I can come up with. We want to keep the lamp and the, what's it called, Echo Show right where it is. So just really focusing on this particular area using my canisters and maybe some greenery. Yeah, I think it does. It needs a pop of green. So there's one thing I haven't used. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna try to use my dough bowl with my canisters, see what we can come up with. I did a whole video on a bunch. I feel like there's like 10 different ways you can style it for spring, but I'm going to hopefully put together a whole new one here to share with you as well. Tall. Let me stand back. Yeah, it's a little bit too tall, so this riser will not work. Scrap wood. I am a big fan of stacking these canisters. I have no idea why, I just love it that way. But I think I might try to just line them up 3 in a row and see if maybe that looks a little bit better. Because this is on a kitchen counter, I do not feel like I want to have a bunch of greenery coming out and food getting, you know, it's just not the best idea for a countertop. So instead of greenery, I'm just going to take my rolling pin trick that I used in my dough bowl video. I love the green handles on this one, and I'm just going to set it in the front so it will cover that piece of wood that I used to rise everything up with. And last but not least, Crystal has gone dough bowl crazy. I ordered this candle off of Etsy. I can link the shop down below. I went with lemon cookie, but she had a ton of different scents that you can choose from. Do you see him? He wants that candle so badly. Oh, nope, nope. Still on the hunt for the perfect daisies for my picture, but until then I decided to move it to over next to the dough bowl. It's just kind of lacking on something, and that part was a little bit too much, so added this here. And then I also went ahead and put in a few little lavender pieces for just a slight pop of color. Still would love to find daisies, but I'll be okay if I do not. And kind of random, but this little tan or brown vase just arrived. I took it out of the box. I said, you know what, let me try it on this table and see what it looks like. And it's maybe a little bit off, but I just love the color of it. I feel like it is so pretty with the furniture and the floors that I'm probably going to leave it, but it's from Target. I'll link it below. It's supposed to go in my office, but I don't know. There's just something about it that brings me joy and happiness. I think that's going to be all of the spring decorating I'm going to be sharing today. It's definitely a little bit more lower key than I'm used to, but that's probably going to be the theme for the rest of the year. I guess there's one other thing I can share with you. I already had this set up, but I always have this basket hanging on our back door that goes to the garage. I just added into it some eucalyptus and those hydrangeas that I had picked up from Hobby Lobby. Super pretty. This basket came from Decor Steals. There is a version of it on Amazon. If I can find it, I will link it. Okay, my friends, that is going to be it for today's spring kitchen decorate with me. Thumbs up as always if you enjoyed it. Now I have at least one more spring decorate with me. We'll be working on some tiered trays before I share our spring home tour. There's a few spaces I have not yet shared with you. One of the main ones being my office area. I thought I would just save that for the home tour. And then once we go through all of that, I will start thinking Easter decorating. So definitely make sure you're subscribed. Stick around so you do not miss any of my upcoming videos. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.